The Silent Patient is a psychological thriller that revolves around the mysterious and traumatized Alicia Berenson, a renowned artist who shoots her husband Gabriel 5 times in the face, and then goes completely silent, never uttering another word. The last communication with the world was made by Alicia through the painting Alcestis, which she drew after her husband's death. Theo Faber, a criminal psychotherapist, becomes fascinated with Alicia's case. He is intrigued by the fact that she hasn't spoken a word since the murder, and her motive for the crime remains a mystery. Despite her silence, Alicia is fully aware and has been incarcerated in a secure psychiatric facility called the Grove. Theo manages to secure a job at the Grove, hoping to work with Alicia and possibly uncover the truth behind her silence and the motive behind the murder. As he begins to familiarize himself with the facility and its staff, he learns about Alicia's background and her life before the crime. Alicia was a talented artist who lived a seemingly perfect life with her husband, Gabriel, a successful fashion photographer. Their life was enviable to many, but beneath the surface, there were hidden secrets and struggles that Theo aims to uncover. The narrative alternates between Theo's present-day experiences at the Grove and Alicia's journal entries leading up to the murder. Through Alicia's journal, we learn about her growing dissatisfaction with her marriage and her suspicion that Gabriel may be having an affair. As Theo learns about Alicia's past and her relationship with Gabriel, he also develops a connection with his former therapist, Ruth, who had treated him before. Ruth reveals some significant insights about Alicia's psyche, hinting at possible triggers that could have led to her silence. Theo's determination to help Alicia begins to consume him, and he becomes increasingly invested in her case. He forms a tentative alliance with Alicia's current therapist, Diomedes, and manages to have his first session with Alicia. He hopes to unlock her silence and find the truth behind the murder. However, Alicia remains unresponsive during their session, leaving Theo with more questions than answers. Wishing to receive a response from Alicia, Theo convinces Diomedes, the clinical director at the Grove, to decrease drugs dosage. In their next session, Alicia is more alert but unexpectedly attacks Theo physically. Despite the incident, Theo is granted 6 weeks to continue trying to get Alicia to talk. Meanwhile, Theo tries to uncover the message that was left by Alicia in her painting, Alcestis. He sees it as a crucial clue to understanding her motives and unraveling the mystery behind her silence. Alcesta is a work of art and it represents a tragic figure from Greek mythology named Alcestis. In the myth, Alcestis sacrifices herself to save her husband, King Admetus, from death. While investigating Alicia's case, Theo also deals with personal struggles. He discovers his wife Kathy's infidelity, which deeply affects him and adds to his emotional turmoil. He follows his wife multiple times and, finally, sees her lover, following him to his house. It turns out that the man himself is married. As Theo delves further into Alicia's past, he learns from her neighbor, Barbie Hellman, about a stalker Alicia had before Gabriel's murder. Alicia's journal entries confirm this, revealing that she had told both Gabriel and her therapist about the stalker. However, they did not believe her, and she lived in constant fear. In her journal, Alicia describes a series of unsettling encounters with a mysterious figure. She senses his presence in the periphery of her life, catching glimpses of him on the street, near her home, or at places she frequents. These encounters leave her feeling uneasy and paranoid, unsure of his intentions and why he seems to be following her. Her anxiety and fear grow, and she starts to question her own sanity, wondering if the man is real or merely a product of her imagination. Theo continues his sessions with Alicia and one day she silently gives him her diary. Through Alicia's journal, Theo uncovers the root of her psychological trauma, stemming from something she overheard her father say during childhood. This transformative moment led to Alicia's emotional detachment, hatred for her father, and her capacity for murder. A pivotal revelation occurs when Alicia finally breaks her silence and opens up to Theo about her traumatic past. Her confession unveils the harrowing events that led her to commit the murder and choose silence as her refuge. However, in her story Theo notices details that don't match with the real events. As Theo plans to confront Alicia about her dishonesty, he finds her in a coma, having overdosed on morphine. He realizes that someone deliberately administered the lethal dose and alerts Lazarus and the police. Suspicions point to Christian West, Alicia's former therapist who hid this fact but was discovered by Theo. The truth takes a shocking turn when Alicia's final diary entry reveals that Theo was her stalker all along. He followed Gabriel with the intention of killing him, but when he saw Alicia, his plans changed. Theo tied up both Alicia and Gabriel, offering Gabriel a choice between death or letting Alicia die. Gabriel chose to live, and Theo left, unknowingly reawakening Alicia's past trauma that made her shoot her husband. In the end, the police arrive with Alicia's diary, revealing the truth about Theo's actions and the depth of his deception. Her last words were about Theo, who understood that Alicia recognized him and made her the fatal injection. The novel concludes with Theo accepting the consequences of his actions, as justice catches up to him. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to QuickBooks, like and comment below.